it is gender-based violence we're talking about, and I almost feel I should start every speech of this nature by apologising for my gender.
I felt unusually sheepish about speaking and a bit unsure, given that advances in female equality and empowerment are not well served usually by middle-aged white men bumping their gums. In fact, I don't think it's ever well served.
O great and noble representatives of the master sex, I, a mere man acknowledging my inferiority, humbly beseech thee to grant me permission to express my ignorant and foolish thoughts in your presence. I also bow before you, begging for mercy on account of my skin colour. I know that white men have nothing useful to say. But having demeaned myself by admitting my manifold identity failings, I ask for your patience while I meekly mumble my total agreement with everything you say. It's pathetic, isn't it? Identity politics gone mad. In the Scottish Parliament, so often you seem to see meek and mild men kowtowing to extreme feminism that can be quite aggressive. Now you might think, so what? Okay, some MSPs are ridiculous. But equally important is in that debate, no other MSP called that out. None of them said, hang on a minute, what are you talking about? So what does that show about the attitude of the politicians in the Scottish Parliament? When they say they're listening to the public, do they mean that the views of some sections of the public are more important than the others? Some people shouldn't really deserve to be listened to in the same way? It could easily be taken that way, couldn't it? How is this going to play out in education? Are boys going to pick up the message that in some way they're inferior? They should be a bit embarrassed about their sex. When it comes to discussions, really, maybe they should just shut up. Then we come on to the race issue. It says is white. So his views are less important because he's white. Now, that's just bizarre. How could anyone think that they've got less right to speak about violence against women because they're white? Again, how's this going to play out in the education system in Scotland? The MSPs control education. Are people going to start picking up that there are certain groups that you want to listen to a little bit more than others? Their views are a bit more important. Are we moving to the stage where what's important isn't what you say, it's your race? And that's just plain and simple racism. And one of the many problems with racism is it provokes racism in the other direction. If we go down the white guilt line, then what will happen is some people who maybe have taken no interest in race in particular, when they keep getting this white guilt message, eventually they'll start saying, well, no, hang on a minute, I'm quite proud to be white. They say we're a bit inferior. I think maybe we're superior. And that's not exactly a good road to go down, is it? Anyone wanting to attract people to the various racist organisations in Scotland, they're not very big, but they do exist, then that little clip of the MSP would be ideal recruiting material. I think this is a really important issue. And in the Scottish Parliament, it needed someone in that debate to stand up and say, you're being completely stupid, apologising for your gender and suggesting that your race is an important factor on whether or not you should be allowed to say anything in the debate. They're dangerous lines to go down. And if you want the Scottish Parliament to carry on in that direction unopposed, then keep voting for the parties that are already in it. Then you'll just get more of the same. And that's going to fracture our society. Anyway, that's enough of men making a fool of themselves in the Scottish Parliament. So, in the name of equality...
And that's why I stand here today, Presiding Officer, wearing my pussy hat, with your indulgence, with my many sisters around the world. Presiding Officer, indulge me to be bold for change.
I do
will share,
can I ask you?
And wear my feminism
Ms. McKelvie,
Ms. McKelvie,
who's with me? Ms. McKelvie,
I'm done.
Naughty, naughty. Props are not allowed in the chamber.
Comment unnecessary. The Scottish Parliament's a great fount of material. If you want to keep up with our videos, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.